listening to Rico and the Man.
Wow.
With Rob Tregler and Peter Martino.
Welcome once again to Rico and the Man, a very special edition. We are here live at the hotel in Beverly Hills, California, in person.
In person.
Rico and the Man. Peter Martino is sitting 2 feet away from me, looking like a third grader, because he's in a chair so much smaller than mine.
Rob, you weren't supposed to say where I was, though.
Sorry.
Because the paparazzi, are hounding me.
That's
endlessly.
true. Since you landed, they've been like vultures.
Now they're going to know where I am and where I'm staying, and they're going to harass me as always.
What are you doing here, Pete? What are you doing in Los Angeles?
I don't know.
What brings you here?
I am here on business. I don't want to delve too deep into what kind of business, but I am here on business. But obviously, being here, I had to take advantage of this opportunity and come and see one of my bestest friends, you, Robert Tregler.
Yes. We just had a lovely dinner.
Great dinner.
And drinks at the Nice Guy Italian restaurant.
The Nice Guy Italian restaurant where 2 bad guys dined. Wined and dined.
Where 2 nice guys became not so nice guys after waiting over a half hour.
Yeah, no, it was very good. I was a little skeptical when you mentioned an Italian restaurant because I'm from the East Coast, as you know, and as you are, and we're very used to a certain type of Italian food. But I have to say, this place was very good and very compatible to the East Coast.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And you, of course, paid for dinner as a birthday gift to me, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. We got to mention that, too. Robert Allen Tregler turned 77 years old.
That's right. 77 on the dot. Yes.
No, he turned 40 years old. He's finally part of the 40s club. 40s boy.
Sorry, eggplant parmesan.
It's coming up to say hello.
Hello, I'm eggplant parmesan.
But you said something interesting before that you made it a point not to make this birthday a big deal.
40. That's a big one for me, where it's just like, man, everything I wanted to do in life by 40 hasn't happened.
But think of so much what has happened.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, Pete.
You're here with me.
I'm here with you at the hotel.
One of your dreams.
Yes.
So cross that off the list.
It is true. This is very exciting. We have never done a podcast in person.
This is a milestone.
It is.
I mean, you listeners out there, your heads must be blowing up out there.
Yeah, I mean, you must be like, whoa!
Because here we are in person, staring outside at the unlit Hollywood sign. Why is that Hollywood sign not lit up? That's what I want.
The Hollywood sign's always been an afterthought for some reason. Like, it
Why?
fell apart in the 70s, and then Hugh Hefner, of all people, spent some money to bring it. After that,
Yeah.
he spent some money to have it restored. I believe that's right.
I could picture him doing that
Yeah.
because I feel like he's very nostalgic.
But yeah, they should have lights on the Hollywood sign. They don't.
Absolutely.
And they should put, like you had said earlier tonight, they should put land back. Hollywood land. That's what it should say.
I thought that would be cool. Good throwback. Even if it's just like a temporary, like, publicity stunt type thing.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? How many
like there's
people
the
do you
age.
think go up there to,
Have sex?
Yeah.
You think a lot of people have sex at the Hollywood sign?
Wouldn't you?
Let's do it.
Let's go. We'll be right back, folks. No, but honestly, wouldn't you think that would be a spot like that a lot of people
To
would
be
wanna
honest,
cross
I'm
off
sad
their
I haven't done it myself.
Well,
Now that you said it.
you better think about that before your 50th birthday.
Oh, God. Now I'd be like, my back.
Ow, ow, ow.
We got a guy with a thrown out back by the O in the Hollywood sign. Airlift him out.
Yeah. No, but I'm very surprised that it's not lit up. And I thought that would be something that, would be lit up. And especially, I feel like that's something that they could change around the holidays too. Have like kind of like the Empire State Building, where
Right.
they could have like red and green up there for Christmas, or change up the colors however they want.
I think you should be the new mayor of Los Angeles.
Pink. Here we go. Just light bulb. Pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October. Light it up pink.
Look at you. You're absolutely right. It should be the Empire State Building of this town.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been here for less than 24 hours and already have these grand ideas for Hollywood.
Listen, LA City Council, you need to listen to this guy. His name's Peter Martino.
But what are your recommendations? If, I don't come out here too often, obviously. What if, for any tourists that are coming to the LA area, what are your must-sees for those tourists?
Well, I would say you have to see Hollywood Boulevard and the Walk of Fame just to see how gross it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so romanticized over the years. And
Sure.
Hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah.
But when you get to literally downtown Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard, it is not what you think it's going to be.
Right.
Like, you think it's going to be this majestic, beautiful glitz and glamour, and it's kind of the opposite. You got brown Spider-Man looking for tips. You've got vomit all over the Walk of Fame.
Right.
And it's just very a tourist trap.
Right.
Ripley's Believe It or Not,
Yeah.
Wax Museum.
Well, that's how I kind of feel like Times Square is on the East Coast. Like, people all over the world come to see Times Square. Gotta see Times Square, and it's just like
Gross.
you said, you're gross,
Yeah.
and people dressed up in costumes.
Yeah. I think like get Hollywood out of the way in a half a day and go, oh God, that's gross. And
Right.
then I think a good thing to do is hike to the Hollywood sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good hike. Get to see the whole city from up there.
I would do that.
Santa Monica Pier. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, not like you're going to spend a whole day there.
Right.
You go see it and it's like, oh, that's great. Honestly, it's hard to say because I've lived here for now going on 20 years.
Woo.
And I can count on one hand what I think like is fun for tourists. It's like
Right.
you got to learn the place. You got to learn the underground, the bars, the clubs, the this, the that. As far as like people coming out here, it's like, oh, you got Disneyland in Anaheim, which is like 45 minutes away.
Right.
You've got Universal Studios, which is better in Florida than it is here because they backed a theme park into a real studio out here. So
Right.
it's like
They're limited space out
they
here.
have limited space. I wish I had better answer for you, but
No, those are all, I feel, valid answers.
I mean, Beverly Hills back in the 80s was a cool thing to see,
right.
but now all those plastic surgery people got old. So now going to Beverly Hills is like going to another planet. Yeah,
But,
it's a different town now.
It is a different town. But you know what? What's going on in entertainment news?
One of the biggest things that, as of late, that plays into everything that we talk about on this show is that two worlds are colliding. One of our favorite leading men, Harrison Ford, has just signed on to become part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's right.
Which I don't know why we didn't think of this sooner in a way. But at the same time, it just seemed like that would be something that he would just be like, I don't think so. And the crazy thing is that he's taking over for the William Hurt character.
Right. It's not an original character.
Yeah, General Ross, which kind of bums me out. I wish it was a new character. I kind of wish it was a...
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great to see him in this world, and I'm sure now that he's involved, they'll give that character a much more bigger role in Captain America and whatnot. But yeah, it would have been cool to see him as a new character instead of just taking over the leftovers from William Hurt. But I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm super interested only because the little bit I know about the comics is that character, Thunderbolt Ross or whatever his name is, he eventually becomes a Hulk too. he becomes something called the Red Hulk. And I'm like, is Harrison Ford going to become a Hulk? Because that would be pretty fucking cool.
You know? I mean, it's...
I wouldn't put it past Marvel to be going there and heading in that direction.
Kevin Feige. Fishaloni.
Feige.
He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, so you never know. But yeah, I mean, it would make sense to have an A-lister like Harrison Ford if they're going to go that route, to have, you know, him, a big A-lister, play that role.
Honestly, you would think that you just lost William Hurt. Maybe get someone younger to play the role. Right. I mean, Harrison Ford's already, what?
Yeah.
80-something?
80, yeah.
But he don't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. So,
hey, I mean, more power to him. You know, he's part of a dying breed, I feel like, as far as actors go. So anything that we can get from him and people like him, and I'm all for it. So,
and I'm sure it was quite the payday too, because just knowing what he's been paid in the last couple of years for coming back as Han Solo and Indiana Jones, I know that he made close to $20 million just to be in The Force Awakens. So I can't imagine with Marvel money what he's making just to show his face there.
Right.
And honestly, if I was Anthony Mackie being the new Captain America, and then they were like, guess who's going to be in it with you? Harrison Ford. I'd be like, fucking awesome.
I know.
Like,
and I love Mackie too. I think he's great.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Captain America whole series of movies, so I'm looking forward to this for sure.
Yeah, it's cool.
I love Winter Soldier.
I know you love Winter Soldier.
You know I love Winter Soldier.
I was waiting for something else there.
No, I just love slowing things down and getting serious and dramatic.
I love Winter Soldier. But yeah, so Harrison Ford in the MCU, that's exciting.
Eggplant
parm. You can smell it through the radio. Speaking of eggplant parm, have you been watching Dahmer on Netflix?
Yeah, I have. Yes, I've watched the first, I want to say maybe four or five episodes. Still need to get through it. My wife bailed on it because she just couldn't stomach it. She couldn't handle it, and this is one of the series that I can't blame her for because it is pretty messed up if you've seen it, but yeah, no, it's a great series, and it's just amazing that a lot of this stuff really did happen. And Evan Peters is great in it. I also like Richard Jenkins. I said something else before, different last name. He's great in it, and yeah, it's just a wild, wacky series. And it's based on true events, so that's even more fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's some stuff where they homogenized or combined characters and, you know, for obvious narrative purposes to tell the story. But apparently it's very true as it can be to what really went down. And I know right now that Dahmer's actual father, who's still alive, is contemplating suing Netflix for glorifying his son's murders. And that to me is very weird because I feel like we've glorified true stories since the beginning of film and television, and you know, we've made movies about murders, we've made movies about true stories. So like what is the difference here?
Yeah, and I mean, this is a story that gained national attention, so I mean, it's been in the news. It's I don't think they're making him heroic by any means or anything like that, But it would be the same as if a documentary came out.
Right.
I feel like, you know.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, why not sue every documentarian who's made?
There's been plenty of
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Oxygen series, Netflix series, Discovery ID series,
Right.
about Jeffrey Dahmer, and they're telling the story too. So what's the difference?
Look, if I were Jeffrey Dahmer's father, this Netflix series wouldn't be the worst thing that I'd be worried about. You know what I mean? It's like, at this point, after 30-something years, it's like, come on. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's horrible. It's a disgusting, despicable, unthinkable thing that happened. And this is just yet another scripted series that is detailing what happened. And if nothing else, this series gives voices to the victims. It tells their stories too, and it tells how the town and the whole city reacted to it, and how it disrupted everything. So if nothing else, I feel like it's taking more care than most series about murderers do. You know, it's like you see all these Ted Bundy movies, and it's just horror and gore, and you know, the female doesn't even have a name. You know, and it's all about Ted Bundy, the handsome serial killer. Yeah. And then this one is actually showing you who these people were before they fell into the unfortunate situation of meeting Jeffrey Dahmer.
And it even shows like the frustration of like the neighbor's perspective and everything like that. Like, she knew something was up, and the police weren't doing anything about it. And it's just crazy. Like, people around him knew something was up, but, you know, nobody did anything about it until it was too late.
Yeah.
But what was your kind of like, what the fuck moment seeing this that you didn't necessarily know before? I got mine. I don't know what yours is, but
the cops for one literally let him get away with murder more than once.
Right.
To the point where they returned a young boy to his apartment and left him there.
Yeah.
The fact that he thought he could create zombies out of people was pretty fucked up by drilling holes in their heads and dumping acid in there. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about.
The one moment that stuck out to me was, I don't know if this was true or not, but when he was working kind of as a nurse's assistant or, you know, getting blood from people, and he actually drank blood. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. I was like, did this actually happen? Because that's fucked up if it did. But that was the moment that kind of turned my stomach and everything. So I don't know if that was real or not, but I did know about like the fact that the cops did return that young boy to him, and you know, they fucked up on that. But there's like so many things that were like red flags that he got away with.
Yeah.
And I would like to think that wouldn't have happened this day and age, but who knows?
Well, I mean, if nothing else, I do like that we don't have a surplus of serial killers anymore, mostly to the fact that DNA, cameras, technology, you know,
cell phones. Yeah,
it's a lot harder to just go and kill somebody and get away with it. But I just don't understand like how it's like, listen, why can't you just go to a gay club and bring a guy home and and just be with them? I need to.
His perversion was way beyond that, beyond that, and it's something that most people will never comprehend.
No, I don't comprehend it.
It was just like it was beyond any kind of reason, but yeah, the feel good series.
Honestly, the thing I did first after watching Dahmer was I watched specials about the real guy. And that's even creepier, because as good as Evan Peters is, he does not nail the nonchalantness of the real Jeffrey Dahmer.
You watch interviews of Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's just like, you know,
he's not a dumb guy.
No,
he the way he talks about it is like going to the store and buying, you know, a coffee.
Exactly.
You know, it's just like, well, it's just, you know, compulsion that I just really couldn't, you know, stop.
That's what boggles my mind even more, is like, how did he act when he was doing this? Like, did he just turn totally like insane, or was he just still had this calm demeanor about him that like was just going about his business, like killing these people. Like, what was I don't know, fucked up shit.
Fucked up shit, people. Hey, by the way, we're here live in Beverly Hills. Just reminding you that we're at the prestigious. It's jazz night here.
It is jazz night. Rob and I went down to get a couple beers to bring up to the room while we do this lovely podcast for you. And the bar downstairs was hopping with people. Crazy.
Yeah, like packed on a Monday night.
For jazz night.
And there was no jazz being played.
I did not hear any jazz.
Super club music.
I heard like Post Malone at one point,
Yeah.
I think. No, but crazy. So I don't know. We may go back there at some point just to make the rounds and see what's going on.
Just to see what jazz night's all about.
Yeah. Are you a jazz guy? Do you listen to jazz? Or
You know, honestly, I'm not as down on jazz as a lot of people are.
Mhm.
Like, it's different though, because I like smooth jazz.
eggplant parm?
Yes. I like smooth jazz more than improvisational jazz.
Okay.
Like,
I get that.
Like, I still need some structure in my songs. Like certain jazz, like, you know, sometimes you're in a jazz club and it's just like,
yeah.
for like a half hour.
Right.
You know, I like, you know.
There's no instrument involved. It's
Yeah.
just some guy talking in a microphone.
Look, I
that.
like some melody and some structure and some
Right.
chord progression. Like, that's why I lean towards smooth jazz. And I know people think that's like the lamest of lame, but
right.
I don't know. Like, I appreciate improvisational jazz,
Sure.
you know, because I'm not a good musician. So, like, I don't know how to, like, improvise
Right.
musically. So I respect it, but I don't want to sit there and listen to it.
Listen to it. Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be. Yeah. I like a lot of covers, jazz covers of popular
Yes.
music,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I
There's-
know that's the a cop out way of saying that I like jazz, but it's true. I do like a different riff and that jazz riff on popular songs.
There's a great jazz version of Why Georgia by John Mayer that I love.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Saxophone, the whole nine.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, not that improv.
Well, it didn't sound like that downstairs.
No.
at all. It sounded much more.
They're like, welcome to jazz night.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I want to talk to you about.
Uh-oh.
You're a big Superman fan.
Yes.
And Henry Cavill?
Cavill.
Cavill is said that he's going to be involved in a lot more DC projects as Superman.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, there's a lot to unpack here because this Black Adam movie just came out with The Rock.
Yes.
Which is supposed to be, you know, DC's new superhero.
Right.
And it has a end credits tag scene where they get that from, where Superman shows up, and it's Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
And that's supposed to usher in a whole new era of DC superheroes, including him as Superman. And to me, I don't know, the whole DC world is so disjointed. There's like 15 different Batmans, 4 different Jokers.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
It's not consistent. It wasn't well thought out like the Marvel movies,
Right.
you know? And so it just seems so disjointed. It's like, oh, now we have Dwayne Johnson playing a superhero.
Right.
And now Superman's being backed into this movie.
Right.
And that's going to spawn new Superman movies, I guess. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I was never a big fan of Henry Cavill as Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against him.
You liked, what's his face from Superman Returns, right?
Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
I did. But I think I liked him because it was a continuation of the Donner Superman movies.
Right. It was more of an homage to
Yeah.
that.
And it had the John Williams theme.
Right.
When they rebooted everything, Man of Steel, it was like, oh, another sad, dark version of Superman.
Right.
Which I don't really, that's not Superman to me.
Right.
Batman can be dark and brooding.
Right.
We don't need Superman to be dark and brooding and upset about shit all the time.
Sure.
You know, Christopher Reeve was like, you know, still the safest way to travel. You know, it's like, that's Superman. He's positive.
Yeah.
He's not like, oh, I just broke someone's neck.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sad about it.
Yeah, right.
So I was never on board with this new Superman. Having said that, I don't know. He's going to do more movies. Maybe they'll be good.
Well, no one else has played Superman besides him lately, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the last one to play Superman, so it's not like, you know.
There's this weird manufactured love for these DC movies, though. Like this whole Black Adam end credit sequence. Like, they have these videos on Twitter of people, like, reacting to the scene of Superman walking in.
Right.
And I've heard that they're staged. I've heard that they're
really?
Yeah, like they're people freaking out about it, but it's not real. So
it's like that guy that we use the audio for all the time. Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, but I don't know if it's staged or not. But I just don't see. Like
it's like Henry Cavill reacting to himself coming on screen.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, it's a weird because I don't know. I mean I know there's a lot of love for the DC universe, as much love as there is for the Marvel universe, and they want their movies to be as good.
Look, there's definitely potential there. I'm not saying there's not potential, but the way that they're trying to do it. You got, what's his face, being the Flash, kidnapping people. You got
beating children in the face.
You got like 1 million people playing Batman. It's just like, pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
And go with it.
Or don't go with it. Just keep making these one-off movies in their own trilogies, and they don't mix.
They don't mix.
You know, I mean, you got a new Joker coming out with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
Like, where's that fit?
Right.
In any of this. Does it need to? I don't think it does.
Right.
It's its own thing. You know, whereas Marvel got it right. You know, who knows where it's going to go from here. Yeah. But they got it right for a very long time. And DC, it's like, I think you said it, the Black Adam movie seems like a fake movie in another movie.
Right. Yeah, totally. It seems like a movie that would be featured in a comedy that's making fun of Hollywood.
Right.
It's like you see the billboard of it in the background.
Yeah.
It's just very structured and just like a typical like Hollywood movie. And nothing against The Rock, but I feel like he plays the like the same character in like everything that he's in. So it's, I don't know, man. I just have no interest in seeing it, honestly.
I don't have any interest in seeing it either. And apparently we're the only two because it had the biggest opening for him as a leading man ever.
Pierce Brosnan.
That's who did it.
It's all because
Pierce Brosnan playing a version of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. What do we know?
What do we know?
What do we know?
We don't know anything because I could tell you there's so many TV shows and movies when I've seen trailers for, I'm like, oh, that's not going to go anywhere. Right. And then next thing you know, it's like Big Bang Theory, 12 seasons.
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw the first promo for the Big Bang Theory, I was like, what a piece of shit this is.
Right.
That's not going to last through, pilot season. I was wrong.
Yeah. 1 million Emmys later.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with Black Adam. It's like The Rock as a superhero. DC? Nah.
I know.
$78 million in 2 days. It's like...
It's nuts. What do you think about this whole Bros thing?
Oh, you're talking about the Billy Eichner... blaming
movie,
straight people for Bros.
Yeah.
Not doing well at the box office.
Right.
So Bros, which is weird. Here's the thing about Bros. Universal is touting it as the first gay romantic comedy. That's just not true.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
That's not true at all.
Right.
Maybe by a major studio, perhaps.
Right.
But that I've seen other gay romantic comedies before. So that's strike one.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But listen, just like everything else, to me, it has nothing to do with gay, straight, black, white, up, down, left, right. Maybe it's just not a good movie.
Right.
You know? Maybe word of mouth killed it. Maybe it's not that funny. Maybe it's not a good comedy. But for Billy Eichner to go on Twitter and be like, straight people just didn't show up for this movie.
And I like Billy Eichner too. Like,
Me too.
I genuinely think he's funny, and I do think he's talented. But the fact that he's using kind of this aggressive marketing technique to try to get people,
it doesn't help.
It doesn't help at all.
It's already on
It turns
streaming.
people
You can
off.
already buy it on
Right. And romantic comedies, let's face it, a lot of people are not flocking to the theaters to go see romantic comedies, especially this day and age where everything's so accessible on streaming and everything else.
Unless it's Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney and Julia Roberts, which apparently did really well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't even think it came out yet. But someone on Twitter said, and I agree with this, is that their whole marketing ploy was just touting that it was the first gay romantic comedy, but you didn't really know, it wasn't saying anything about the story or what the movie was actually about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people are interested in the story. They're interested in the characters. Just like
all the trailers were vapid gay jokes.
It was just very like, you don't get a sense of what the actual movie's about. Like, okay, great. It's the first gay romantic comedy, but you have to have more to that to back it up than just like that. And I didn't see the movie, so it could be a really great movie and it could be a really funny movie, and I'm sure it is, but just, I'm saying from a marketing standpoint, you just got to have a little bit more than just kind of like a label of, kind of hitting a certain quota or a certain market.
Right.
And
well, it can't be defined by the first gay romantic.
Right.
It needs to be a good movie.
For me, it's always about the story.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a good story.
No, but I saw, what's that movie? Fire Island with Bo and Yang came out a year and a half ago.
Oh, yeah. You said that
was a
good.
gay romantic comedy.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any of them getting mad about it not doing as well as they thought it would do.
Right. Bo and Yang, I feel like, is becoming the MVP of
SNL.
I really
agree.
do.
I agree. I called that.
He's like a standout.
When he first came on. I think on this show I said he's going to be huge.
No, it must have been some other show. Oh, it definitely wasn't this show.
Let's go to the tape. Go to the tape.
It's one of your other 10 podcasts that you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was on Rob at Large.
That was that Rob in the Cradle podcast.
Oh, that was on Rob Nobbin.
That was that Robin Hood. Yeah, but Bo and Yang, the last couple skits that I've seen him in, he's really funny.
Yeah, and he commits.
He commits. He commits without, like, kind of overdoing it. You know what? As an audience, you kind of get a sense that, oh, this guy's kind of overdoing it to kind of showboat a little bit.
Yeah.
But he kind of does it. He kind of plays it at the right level where he's not overdoing it, but he's still noticeable enough that people recognize him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He has that whatever it is.
Right. Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
What else is there? What else is going on in the world?
Leslie Jordan sadly passed away.
Yeah.
Suddenly in a car accident.
Fucked up.
Leslie Jordan, you may know him as Beverly Leslie in Will and Grace.
Yep.
He's been in countless other things, but he recently gained recognition during the pandemic with his Instagram stories and social media postings that were a lot of fun. And but yeah, 67 years old. Police said that he must have suffered a medical emergency and he crashed his BMW into the side of a building. So very sad. The first time I actually caught wind of him was, do you remember that movie Ski Patrol from the 80s?
Ski Patrol.
It was kind of like it was like kind of at that time of like Police Academy where like, you know.
It sounds like a Police Academy type movie. Yeah.
But he was in that movie, and that's the first time that I kind of saw him. And he kind of played like the villain in that movie. But then he was like gone for like years. Then all of a sudden Will and Grace came out, and, you know, he was back in the fold. But that was the first time that I recognized him. And if you guys know Ski Patrol, it's a movie from the 80s. And like I said, it's kind of like in the same vein of Police Academy. And yeah, it was just kind of one of those movies that you saw on HBO all the time, like every once in a while. A typical 80s comedy.
I know what I'm going to be looking up tonight.
Yep.
Looking for Ski Patrol to honor the great Leslie Jordan. No, I only really saw him in the last couple of years because of Instagram, and he had bit parts on things like American Horror Story,
right?
Different Ryan Murphy shows and things like that. Yeah. And I was like, this guy is great. I saw him dancing side by side with Lisa Rinna on Instagram, things like that. He just seemed like a super sweet, funny guy.
He seemed like a really fun person and all about making people feel good and happy. And
that's who God takes first in this world. Anybody who's good, kind, has a nice soul, it seems like...
Meanwhile, Ted Cruz is still going to Yankee games.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is still going to Yankee games. Kanye West is inciting an entire anti-Semitic revolution. Yeah. And
it's crazy.
Yeah, if we were better people, we'd be gone already, but we're not.
We're not. Thank God. We've got to keep things in check.
We got to keep things bad.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone. But yeah, so R.I.P. Leslie Jordan.
Leslie Jordan, yeah. I feel like he was like the gay Danny DeVito. He kind of had this short stature that everybody loves. And it's just like...
Yes, and for those listening to the podcast, this happened today for us. This happened...
Breaking
news. By the time you hear this will be like a month later.
Yeah. So. Yeah, sad news, but that was the first bit of news that I caught when I turned on my phone when I landed today. So there's that. Anything else, Hollywood?
Yeah, got anything else for us? La La Land?
I've done more podcasts than you've had hot meals, Bub.
Well, Peter, welcome to Los Angeles for the week.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you.
I'm so happy you made time for us to do an actual in-person Rico and the Man.
Thank you for coming out to my hotel room and meeting me here. And now I think Rob and I are going to get in this lovely shower with the open window. And we're going to look at the unlit Hollywood sign together. Hi-yo!
Hey-yo! We'll see you next time, everybody!
Bye!
Thanks for listening to Rico and the Man. We want to hear from you. Send us an email at ricomanpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Rico and the Man, and on Instagram at Rico and the Man Pod. Don't bother following us on Facebook, because Facebook is an awful place in the darkest corners of humanity.